It's springtime, and we are in New Jersey to feature our top contenders, highlighting top 3-year-olds coming back in 2025. We stop and talk with Trainer of the Year Noel Daley to talk about Onajetplane and Miss Belmar. And we certainly can't forget about his star pacer, Captain Albano.
Noel, good morning. It's always good to be back with you, catching up with you here in the spring in New Jersey. How you feeling? You're looking great.
Yeah, no, pretty good. Everything's, well, we're busy, but, got too many. It's usual old story, but no, hopefully you brought us luck last year. Hopefully you brought us luck, bring us luck again this year.
Now, speaking of that luck last year, of course, we were here checking on Sig Sauer and Captain Albano. They didn't have too bad of a year, right?
They did a good job, yeah. We didn't weigh them down. We did good.
We got to see him jogging out on the track today with his caretaker, Sonia. He looks good.
Yeah, no, he looks $1 million. He's always been a good-looking horse. He's just a medium-sized horse, but he really even grew across the rear end. He looks great. He's acting great. So.
And I said to Sonia when I saw him, I said, we didn't get any bigger. But she said, nobody's getting wider.
He's getting wider.
We know he finished the year last year so strong. Last start plugs in. Yeah. Looking forward to him coming back as an open horse this year?
I haven't really had an older horse since Mr. Muscleman that we brought back. The better ones go off to stud or whatever. So we had a little hiccup with that. Maybe at the end of this year we'll try that again. Mm-hmm. But, he's a reasonably sound horse, got a great attitude, can do the smaller tracks. So, there's a lot of invites and that in those 5-8 tracks and whatever. So, no, looking forward to him.
Now, Sig Sauer, he went off to Hanover, book full and closed. And,
yep.
Not that we didn't love Sig Sauer, but we're okay sending him probably off the stud.
Yeah, if one of them had come back, I was glad that, Sig Sauer ended up with a fracture at the end of his year there, so he was a challenge to keep sound, that fella. So if we had to bring one back, this was the right one to bring back.
Now for the spring here, we're going to highlight 2 of the 3-year-olds you have coming back here. The colt Onajetplane, colt by Walner, made over $234,000 last year, 3 wins and 10 starts. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, he always showed ability. He had a few breathing problems there early. But once he got it together there, he showed he could match with the good ones. He doesn't need to improve a lot to step it up. His last 2 starts were a little disappointing, so he maybe had enough. He actually, he raced better when we were able to take the shoes off him. Not something we can do all the time. And hopefully if he gets there and everything works, Hambo will be the first time we do that this year. Come back looking great and really, because I was a little worried when you end up the year not so great your last couple, but he's bright as a button, so he's...
Today, driver Andy McCarthy was here, who is his regular pilot. Asked him about some of those starts last year, and as you said, he said those breathing issues is why he kind of had to baby him through there, didn't want to cut his air off, wanted to kind of teach him. And so what do you think our expectations are coming back here in 2025?
Well, he's been perfect. There's been no, we've only been in 220 or something with him. We haven't, he doesn't need to start any time too early. Whether he'll start in the Jersey Sire Stakes or not, I'm not sure. We'll just play it by ear. Like last year, we decided to dodge them with Sig Sauer, but this fella sounded than Sig Sauer was. We knew on what he did at 2 Sig Sauer that he can only have so many starts. So.
Now, when we talk about the soundness and how long of a year it is, we talk about the colts, how good they were last year. What a year it is and what a season it is to get through and to have everything going 100% all through the year.
That's your challenge. So, if you start early, can you be there at the end? It's a balance, and I don't blame people for starting early. They get their money early, or you get your money late. We're trying with him. We'll try and focus around, the same as we did with Sig. Obviously the Hambo's your focus, and then you throw him to the wolves a little bit after that.
The other horse we're here for is the filly, of course, Miss Belmar, a late starter last year. Didn't start to the end of August, but really got it together late. Second in the Breeders' Crown. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, no, she's a fun. She can step it up. That mare, she sort of threw away a couple of races there early just through greenness. Like she had one race there in Lexington, like a 2nd or 3rd start, like she dropped out like she was going to be distance and then come smoking home. She's got it, again, she's one, she's a bigger mare, but not a bigger filly, but not that robust. I'll have to space her starts a little bit. Shows that she's got the talent. She's one of theirs who wouldn't shock you if you win the Hambo Oaks with her, but, she's obviously, it just depends how they all come back at 3, So far I'm happy with her.
Noel, thank you so much for your time. I know you said we brought you that luck last year. Let's hope you have that luck again in 2025. Thank you so much.
That'll be pretty good. Half of it we'll be happy with.
Thank you.
glad I won.
The Hamiltonian, it's one of the most prestigious races.
It's quite a thrill. This is one of the biggest thrills of my life.
We delivered. The horse delivered. It was amazing. I can't believe it.
I am stunned. I'm absolutely stunned.
This is obviously the pinnacle.
It's just something that I can't explain.
This is just an absolute dream come true.
It feels good now, but I'm sure it's going to feel even better tomorrow.
For me to do it, this is my moment.
I might have got a little excited.